Hey everybody, Sherry Hill Homestead is here. Alice Lumen Lugo is also here. Hello, hello. Gonna get a few more minutes before I start babbling away, getting some stuff done. La 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 la. That's me, 1986. Looking like a wild fella. Wow, wow, wow. Not from the Wild West, but look, wild, wild fella. So Sherry Hill, how you doing? How are things on your side of the world? Um, Cruising's fun anytime. I believe they're having a live on Sunday, and they're bringing a guest. I believe it's at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Whereas it's someone that does a lot of up the grid stuff, out there camping. They're gonna be doing some showing what to bring, what to have prepared, stuff like that. I'm hoping to watch also this Sunday. We Cruising is fun anytime, so yeah, if you want, keep an eye for that. Watch for that. If I'm home, I'm definitely gonna try to do my best to be there. Hey, Ship's Horn! It's noon on Thursday. Low Jones is nooner time. Noonie, 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 noonie. Where I heard that before? Mork and Mindy. Noonie, 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 noonie. Something like that. So welcome in, Mr. Low Jones. Appreciate your popping in, Mr. Grandpa. Man, just I bet you're still in cloud nine. Hey, Mike, how you doing? I'm watching you guys on today is Janet's Adventures rollout. Nanu Nanu, there you go. Thank you. And the episode that I'm watching right now is Cruising Fun Anytime. On top, then Ocean to Ocean Travel, Bruce, teed up on the bottom corner, and you're sitting on a couch almost like this color here. And you seem to have a jacket around you, and curtains behind you. I don't know if you remember that episode. Um, where's my manners? It's go live together with coffee and tea. 3 weeks ago. It lasted about an hour, 42 minutes on that one. So you're there, teed up, ocean to ocean, and cruising fun anytime with Jeremy. Janice Adventures. So although it's Janice Adventures video, but you're in it. That's what I've been watching. I've been rolling all morning that stuff. Right, Cheryl? Yes. 23 days till we get on the celebration and celebrate, dun dun, celebrate, dun dun. You live in Noonan for Nooners. Yes, sir. And we're very close to Noonan, the city here in Georgia, which I'd rather go to than deal with Atlanta. I'd rather take the half hour south than half hour north. Because even though we're in the Fulton County, Atlanta area, we're in the southwest side of it towards the country. We are about like 10 minutes southwest of the airport on 85. So we're in the vicinity, but no, we're not in the city itself, which I really like. Being out here is very quiet, very nice. It's very dark and cloud today. My kitties are somewhat because being very she's not very being very friendly to me the last few days. I think she's mad at me. Pebbles comes around. Although this morning we were getting ready to wake up, because Dick came in the bathroom with us as Alice was taking care of my wound. She cried for us to pet her, but we couldn't do it. So by the time we were ready to go give her some petting, she took off. Oh, Jeremy's driving. We're looking for food to go. Nice. I just ate heat up some yellow rice. I did some fries with it. That's all I did. I heat up the rice in the microwave. I took the fries. They were on a napkin to make that oily stuff go away. Then I dumped them on the rice, mixed it all up, threw some ketchup on it, sat here, got everything set up, and I mean, I freaking ate that too fast. But we'll see. Maybe my stomach might hit me later. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So Mike says, "Spoohoo!" for what I'm telling him about the show going on TV. And Alice says, "Good afternoon, everyone. I'm at work, just listening. Won't be tagging anyone. I hope everyone is enjoying their day." Yes, yes, we are. We had a great morning so far. I know that good enough weather. Yes, you got that right. And that's okay. Alice, you enjoy. Yeah, she's busy at work, but at least, she's supporting me and hanging out with you guys too. So she's keeping busy. This is Secretary Week. She got some nice flowers and some gifts. And also, 2 days ago, she hit a year with her job down here. So, which I'm very, extremely happy that she's very happy with it. And it's like she left New York, her job in Queens, to come down here to be with me. And it's like she brought that job with her here. I'm telling you, man, this woman is so freaking lucky. They take great care of her at the job because she knows what she's doing. She kicked butt, and she's keeping her that department moving, which I'm hoping that's what we're looking for. She brought her experience, and she's kicking it. And it's in my second home, where she's at. So I know the place very well too. Mike Arana says, "I hope Alice is having a great day." She's having a great day. It's a little warm. I mean, not warm, dark outside, which means it's going to rain later. So hopefully, when she comes home later tonight, weather will be nicer. It won't be as wet. But hey, she needs the experience too. So let her uh, go with that also. So she's doing pretty good. I'm very proud of you, baby. So happy Secretary Week. Yes. Administrator Week, I believe is the correct name. Uh, they always celebrate that big time at her old job in Levon, New York, in Queens. That's a big time place there. But they taking care of her here. So the big chiefs from the department gave her a nice gift and flowers and stuff like that. So I mean, her immediate boss gave her some flowers. So she's doing excellent. So you know, she got some candy that I'm hoping one of them is mine, but I'm not gonna give you any reminders, my love. We'll see what happens with that. See if I get lucky. Even though I have chocolate here, so but one of those three I really like a lot. The other two are all yours, ma. All yours. So you know how that is. Well, guys, I got some Temu to open up. Cheryl, you could tell Jeremy that I'm doing an opening on Temu. The thing that I tell him to look into, this thing here. So we see how that goes. I did order some personal stuff, so I might not be showing everything, right? But I'm gonna show most of it. What I got, because there might be some stuff here to use for the cruise and some other stuff. So we'll see. Right out the bat, I see something that I have no idea what it is. We're about to find out. But it's my trusty knife. This thing's been with me for I don't know 20 years now since I got it. The belt buckle part here broke off. The blade hasn't been changed many times. I do need to replace it, which is right here. Pop it right there, and you get the blade out. Put the new ones in, lock it back in place. Hit it here. Boom. So we keep it around just in case we need to open some stuff like this here. We'll see. Hey, look what I got. It's supposed to be two. I only see one. That's not a good thing. Okay, the top does it is a little personal there. Ooh, okay. So this is for the room in the cabin. It's rechargeable batteries. I was hoping it would be a cord to plug USB fan. This way I could have the laptop next to that little desk nightstand table that we have next to the bed. And this is where I could hook up the fan to the laptop and have it work. So me and Alice, we gotta have a fan at night. So hey John, how you doing? Good morning. Good day. Thank you for coming in. That's appreciated. Of course. I think I got everything from the box. I believe this is the stand. This is part of the box to cover the hole there. The USB rechargeable part right here is the stand thing. Here we go. Right. Let me not break it. I just got it out of the box, you know. There goes the stand for it. And the charger is right here on the side. So I'm hoping this will do the job. And this part here, I could put my cell phone right there. So I could hook up the a regular USB, which will go hooked up this to the side of the laptop, while the laptop's charging. This way I have fan, some air coming at me at night, because I gotta have that somehow air. It could be snowing outside. It could be happening all that stuff. Razor knife as a belt buckle. He says, how long did it take to get your order? It took about 2 weeks. Well, lately they've been doing it quicker. I ordered some stuff on the 22nd. The 23rd in the morning, I already had a notification saying it's shipped, and it's supposed to be here either today or tomorrow. So I might be getting a delivery of some stuff today, maybe tomorrow. So, but it's usually about a week and 10 days, something like that. Sometimes it could be quicker, depending on what stuff you order. So I got one of these suckers. I believe that I ordered one for me, one for Alice. I don't know if I just got one just to test them out. I'll find out what else I got in the bag there. Find out what's going on, and hopefully test them out here to see how good are they. I believe this is a green screen, which I'll be able to set up. I got some stuff here. I need to set it up to see how what do I need to hang it from. This way I could do some stuff for my thumbnails. Do my own pictures. Put them in. Mr. Master Drew, how you doing? Scott, thank you for popping in. I just opened a bag of Temu. Some stuff that I ordered. I was showing the fan first. USB charger and the green backup thing, to do some pictures. Green screen, I think this is what it is. Hopefully that's what it is. I believe so. Got 2 things for the channel. I also got some of this stuff here too. I think I ordered just one. Again, just to test it out. And I believe I have another green thing here. So 2. I don't know why I have but I found out why. We'll see. We'll see what the deal is. I have to check my my thing. I have two memory cards. These are supposed to be B30. Yes, yes, they are for video, of course. And this is a 264 gigabytes with V30 on them for video. And I also got a different brand, 128, also Glass 10 XC, also V30, 4K HD video. So this one should work pretty good, better than the other ones. This one's here, so I just want to test them out and see how things work out with these things. They do not come with the little storage thing to put them, but I do have something that Alice got me, a little it's like a notebook kind of thing that you enclose where I could put them in. So I'm gonna give this a try. Mistake I learned back in the bloggers was that the memory cards that I got were not. They didn't have the V30, so that's why my video didn't really work out the way it should have been. Mr. George, Fearless Rambler, he's also here in the house. Hello, good afternoon, and well, good morning to you, because I know you're in Utah, so it's still morning over there. I also got a belt for the GoPro, for the chest thing here. So I could, as I'm walking with doing the stuff with my walker, I could have the GoPro going on my chest when sitting down or whatever the deal, which I do have an adapter. Yeah, there you go. Just for my chest. GoPro will go there. You guys know. Not a bad deal here. Ooh, either hard plastic. Yeah, hard plastic. Nice. Belt snap-ons and everything, so very good. Stuff that I could use on my GoPro. But a friend of mine got me back in January on the bloggers. Yes, you come in. And nice deal. This is like $4, man. Stuff is cheap. And includes shipping. And it's here pretty pretty fast. I like that, Law. Cleavage cam. I also have an adapter for the walker that I could put on and keep it going. And by the way, Harry, want to help me promote my drone video for tomorrow. Nice. Cruise Nuts will have a premiere tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's in 30 hours from now, so it's 12 o'clock. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So Cruise Nuts will be. I'm gonna put this stuff on my group, so it could be promoted the right way, and I help him out because he helps me out in a lot of stuff. So we'll do. Just, but I'm giving you guys a heads up. It's a drone video of the Viking Octantis. Nice. I believe this is a new cruise ship that just came out not too long ago. So good. So everybody will be aware of that. I'll be putting it on my group a little later once I get out of here. Okay. So we have the belt, the like Lo says, the cleavage cam right here. Pretty good. I think we got one more here or something like it. Let's see what it is. Yeah, one more. Now I got two. For some reason, I got double orders. I gotta find out about all this. If I got charged twice. I got two of them now. Well, I guess I could, when I get penitized in June, I'll be able to give some of this stuff away. It might be a good deal. The extra green screen and the extra cleavage cam holder here. Nice. Get back in there. Get back in there, lollipop. Cookie, cookie, cookie cake. There we go. Got it back in back. I believe this is for pills. Okay, this way I could have extra set of pills. Good. Or the small memory cards for the GoPros. It could go in there also, even though they need to be protected. So I'd rather use the other thing for them. So good deal. Very nice. Okay, this is part of my costume that I'm going to be using in on the Halloween thing. Oh, this is for the cables. Gonna stick this somewhere, and then it looks like it's holding the your wires, like a little hand grip. Pretty neat. I like that. One more. Okay. See, I got double stuff. I need to definitely find out. Oh, here we have another different fan here. Paperwork. Put it back in there so we won't lose it. Here. The handy grip. So in case I drop some stuff like I just did, quickly I can pick them up. That helps a lot. If you ever get the chance to get one, get one. That's you. Hopefully you can get charged twice. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, Scott. But we'll find out. It's another little fan. Of course, pink. I got for Alice, but if she doesn't want it, I'll use it. It's a fan. And this one you could carry everywhere you want because it's rechargeable and it has a handle kind of thing there to keep him around. Here we go. Go back in here, make sure everything stays together. Again, this was like $4, $3.18 or something like that. I mean, the stuff is cheap, extremely cheap. We have another one. Got two of them just to make sure, and this one's green. Same fan, but in green. So again, if she says I want the green one, she gets the green. I'll keep the pink one. No problema. And I got some more stuff here. This is all for my costume. What do we got here? Let's open up. We have a surprise here. Let's see. Ooh. Oh my. Hey, I got a Rolex. I want to be Rolex, so nice. Very nice. It's called Olives. That's a that's a weird brand, but hey, like it. And it came with the adapter too for the belt, and that nice. I got one not too long ago. I got a belt like that because I have some other watches that has have a uh, metal belt, and I like to keep them a little tighter. I do have one of those workout watches that are the thing now, but I don't know. I've been charging it all morning, and I think the see this thing here. I've been trying to charge it, but I think the charger itself is old, so it might be time to replace it. I do have some other ones in uh, in the bedroom from the old. Uh, just woke up. Hey, hi Denise. Good afternoon. Still morning on your town, so you're doing okay. You meant wristband? Oh no, no, not the wristband. The charger. This thing. I think this is no good. Um, the phone only came with the cable. This thing. It didn't come with this. So I've been using an old one from. This is from one of my Android phones chargers before before they became the C connection. So I think I need to replace this part here, and after that should be fine. Should be fine, fine, fine. Good, good, good. I got a bunch of good stuff here. Although I'm able to return some of this stuff, I don't think I will because it's so cheap. You know, might as well keep it. If I decide to keep, we'll see. But at least the GoPro, since I have two now, I could give one of them away, and the friend will try them out, make sure that they're working pretty good. I need to use these things, make sure they're doing what I'm hoping they're doing. That I got the right ones this time, you know. So I could keep the rest going. Could be for Alice. This is for Alice. Well, I don't think they're gonna work out too well. Two belts here, and the two green screens. Green screens will definitely give one of them away. I only need one. I don't think I'm gonna need it that much anyway. So I don't do too many uh too many green screen pictures. Yar, how's it hanging? Forget about it. Yeah, forget about it. You know how it is. Forget about it. I just say hello to Junkyard. Hi Denise. Good morning. How you doing? Was that nap pretty good? You don't have to work tonight then. I hope not. This way you'll be home. You're still doing your planting. It's bad weather in Texas. I don't know how bad it might be in your state, but here it's been very cloudy all morning. No rain yet. Supposedly it's gonna rain in the afternoon, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So we'll see. Maybe Alice, when on her way back home, she'll uh be getting some rain. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I haven't seen the size of it yet. Well, it says 1 meter by 2 meters. So we're talking 3 by 6. 3 feet by 6 feet. So it should more than enough cover me. All I need is just to cover my back, and I'll be in the middle or something like, you know what I mean? I want to do like Fearless Rambler does with all his stuff. Let me do some of that stuff and follow him because I like the way he does his videos. So I mean, he's done thumbnails and stuff though. I mean, the man is doing great. So House of Entertainment, the Bronx is in the house. Yo, Brooklyn baby, how you doing? Well, that's small, yeah, but at least it will I think it will do for what I need. And I got two of them, so we could always, add them together and definitely be, 12 feet by 6 feet. Will definitely cover a lot of ground. But I don't need that much ground. It's just me, so put it put it up in a wall and take pictures right there. So we'll work it out. I gotta talk to George about it. How is he doing it? And he could guide me how to do it right. I did green screens back in college, but a different green screen. You know what I mean? With the big cameras and everything in front, so it was different. Need to take a lot of B-roll film. Okay. Oh, oops. Ouch. Yeah, you got that right. A lot of it, yeah, to add to it and stuff like that. In your whole backdrop to look like you're at Mike's house. You got that right. I should show my studio. Oh, there you go. We seen part of it. I saw your Star Trek design that you had going on in there, so that should be interesting. Well, the rain is here. I heard a few drops in the chimney here. We have like a cover, and every time something comes in, boom, you hear the. I just heard that again. So there's some rain going on, not much, but there's some coming down already. So it must have heard me and finally say it's time to come down. Jerry Springer passed one. Holy moly! Wow. Ooh, we're gonna have to go in Facebook and check out to see what's going on. Wow. Holy mama. Well, thank you for letting us know. We'll take a look a little later. Oh, and see what's going on with Mr. Sprinkler. Wow, crazy man. I'll tell you. He owned a bunch of hooters in Florida. I think in California also. So we'll see what the deal is. It's I guess when your time's up, your time's up, no matter what. So just gotta do the best you can. Stay healthy and whatever the deal. You never know. Things just happen. So we just go with the flow. Oh, well, we did pretty good with that opening of that stuff. I got a couple of things to give away. Very nice. And a couple of things to learn too. I got to put on that cleavage thing and try it out. Maybe I'm gonna try it out when Saturday. We're gonna be doing the yard. Hopefully, if there's not much rain. I hate the train. If there's not much rain tomorrow and Saturday, hopefully the yard will get dry enough to bring out the riding mower and cut the yard. It needs trim. It's not fully grown yet, but it needs to be taken down. I watched all his shows back when TV was at its finest. I remember that time too. I was living in Florida before I moved to New York, and then when I moved to New York, I got to watch some of the shows, and eventually get stuck. It got too crazy for stuff. And no big deal. Yeah, he passed away today at 74 years old at his home in Chicago. Wow. Hey, okay, then fans charging. Yeah, you're right. Yes, yes, sir. Sharon, my God, how's it hanging? Sharon, good afternoon. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope it's not raining too hard on your side yet. It's raining here, but not that bad. Not that bad. It's just a little sprinkle for right now. I mean, if it rains, it rains. No big deal. We just go with the flow. Yes, yes, yes. Sharon, how you doing? How you feeling? You get to sleep last night? Because you were kind of missing this morning, so I'm hoping that, or you got a nice nap or something, or you've been working it out. Yeah, I gotta find the charger for it, Mr. Low Jones. I got adapters here in the house, so I just gotta find them. The all adapters. I need one for my watch first, and then I could charge the fans. Bob Manola is in the house. How you doing? How you doing, sir? Hope your day's going well, and that you're beating the crowd, the weather. It's already raining here. Not that bad, but it's raining. I know it was bad in Texas. So I don't know how Mississippi and Louisiana are doing right now. But they might be getting some of that rain too, because usually when it's in Texas, it comes this way. I'm saying hello to everybody. I'm here, Young Jerry. I finally got some sleep last night after I called the cops. No rain here yet, Eddie. Okay, good, very good. But it's coming. Hey, CNS, how you doing? Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I got soaked twice already today. Oh my lord! So it is. You're getting it then. Wow, I'm surprised that you are working on your yards, even though it's raining. It's not. It might not be that bad, but hey, I'll be pulling out. I'm going uh, somewhere where I could get cover and don't get too wet. You don't want to get sick, you know. I'm glad you're feeling beautiful, Sharon. There you go. Hey, John Jerry, it's a bringing it, baby. So hope you're doing good. Howdy, Sharon. Glad you got some sleep. Yes, me too. So uh, I'm glad you're doing that. Hi, Bama. You got soaked, huh? Yeah, he got soaked twice. So he must be carrying on with his work. He knows what's best for him. So let's see what that goes with. Mr. Bama, I send you a couple different designs. I hope you get to see them. And let me know if you're interested in those. And again, if you like them, they're yours. So you decide what to do with them. A cloud sweating on you. Yeah, yeah, something like that. I was watching some videos yesterday, and they show a cloud raining down in the parking lot. Only one car was getting the rain. It's like that was an odd. Oh, it's extremely odd, but something funny to see at the same time. You know, all cloudy and all that, and only one car getting rain. Mr. Bruce, what's up? What up? What up? What up? How you doing? H2O, hello from Young Yard. Bruce, I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to you about some stuff, a business idea that I have. So something I'm gonna mention it. I'm gonna pass it by you because I know you know about it, and you let me know if it's doable or not. So we work on that later when you have some time. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Sharon from Junkyard. CNN saying hello to. Oh, yeah, give a call. Okay. I got my shower early, and it's not even Saturday. Some people might not get that saying. I know what you're talking about. So yeah, Saturday is the day, but hey, I just hope it's a sunny day here Saturday, and the yard gets pretty dry because I need to cut it. I need to cut mine. Unless you want to come by, you're only 6 hours away. Hint, hint. And I know you get this yard done within an hour on your on that machine that you have. Oh, lordy, lordy. You do. Denise knows. It is just overcast here, 69. Overcast. Well, it's been overcast all morning and it's finally coming down. So, I mean, no majorly, but it's finally throwing some water down. So, I mean, I don't mind the rain. I mean, I'm at home. I'm saving here. In just a little worry about Alice later, but she needs to work with it, so she'll be all right. Besides, she could travel the country roads and come slow, so don't have to be in any rush. And I always kept telling her you could pull to the side and let the rain go by. Oh, thank you, Mama. I'll see you in about 6 hours. I have some coffee, some stuff ready for you. but it's gonna be raining today, so I don't know. It's gonna be wet, so yeah, you gotta mow your lawn too. Yeah, it's been. I was supposed to recut it again 2 weeks ago, but it rained. Then I was gonna cut it last weekend, and it rained again on Friday. So say Saturday, I'm not even gonna bother. So now yesterday I looked out and was like, oh, it needs some cutting. So I'm hoping this weekend to finally get on it. And I like riding that thing. You know, it's undercast and rain here. Okay, also in your area. Nice. Good afternoon, House of X, friend Sharon. Hey there, fan. House of Entertainment on the Bronx. Bronx, New York City. I miss New York City. I miss a nice bagel with scrambled eggs in it and some sliced ham, extra cheese, and a nice cup of coffee. Oh my God, what am I talking about? Either that or cream cheese, loaded. You know, like they do in New York. They put a lot of cream cheese in it. Make it a nice morning breakfast. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the invite link here if anybody feels like coming by. Say hello. But Manola, stop by here. Okay, Mama, stop first at over at Denise. Then keep going on your way here. So very good. Denise, that's that extra charge for gas is it's gonna be a little step, but hey, you never know. Oh, okay. Jointer says I mowed mine yesterday. I accidentally mowed a wabbit. Oh, ouch, ouch. Sorry. Did he survive? Did he die? Did you finish that its misery by cooking it? What did you do? You made any rabbit stew last night, and you're not telling, or you having some today? Yeah, you never know. My family from my mother's side in Puerto Rico, they used to have a farm for rabbits. Oh, now it's raining coming down. Sharon, it's hitting here. You're about an hour and a half from me, so you're gonna be getting some of it. Oh yeah, cream cheese and lox. Yep, you got that right. Chili Falls yesterday on his show was talking about I think his daughter or somebody niece was over at his house, and she went out to get some bagels from a new place. And when she brought it back, he said that it has so much lox in it, enough for two sandwiches. But that didn't stop him. He said he ate the whole thing. It was so good that he ate the whole freaking thing. So hey, more power to him. I love the smell, fresh cut grass. Yes, and I do too. Something about guys liking that. It helps you know what? Starts with a T. That stuff. So. Oh, it's in pieces. Oh, I'm sure it didn't survive. Oops. Okay. Here, Nola, you put the wabbit in a pot. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you make a stew out of it. Once you might as well. It's already killed. Take everything from the inside and skin it, chop it, and throw it in there, and save the head. It's clear, no rain here yet. Okay, but it's coming down here now. So, ouch. Nola, you will put anything in a pot. Tell me about it. They eat some weird stuff down there. Those crawfish and stuff. No, I would not touch it. No. Uh, yes, Denise, that's what I meant. I just want to say, but you're the nurse, so you know what you're talking about. How you doing, Mr. Scott? What's up? What happened? How you feeling? Everything good? You doing some editing?
No, I'm using a different computer. When I joined your live like earlier in the week or something like that,
Yeah.
I'm having
Yeah,
I
you
have
have
this older computer that I've been using to do like edits and stuff. So it's actually like right here. So anyway, I was having problems. Like I was ready to shoot myself over it. I had all this like feedback and talk back. So I'm using a different computer now, the one that I normally just kind of sandbag on everyone on. But anyway, so I'm using that and I have a webcam like right here. So but I'm just afraid of some talkback or whatever. So feedback through the speakers. So
yeah.
just thought I'd put headphones on. But yeah, so otherwise we're experiencing second winter here. I'm sure you probably experienced that when you lived up here in the Northeast, but
Oh boy, yeah.
so we have this short blast of really nice warm weather like March, early April really gets us all going and excited for spring. And then in comes the April snow and the cold temperatures and the frost warnings every single night. And so it's terrible, and I'd rather be on a ship somewhere warm. But
Definitely. I can't
yeah,
complain now. I just gotta go with the flow now. So
yeah.
if it gets
So
hot, it's gonna fall now.
hopefully it won't last too long and we'll actually get some spring and stuff. But I just been cruising for so long, and my wife, she said to me, "Are you ever gonna get to this list of things that needs to be done around the house?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm gonna get to that."
Say very positive and very determined that it's going to get done.
Yeah, right,
When
sure.
that's a whole different deal. But yes.
Right. Right. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, so I'm actually I'm jumping on a ship here in about 2.5 weeks or something like that. But then otherwise, I think I'm gonna be home pretty much all summer doing like I got like I said, I got stuff to do around here, but I am gonna be taking some land trips, and which I do quite often, but and my channel really started out mostly about cruising, obviously. So but I really wanted to like I kind of struggled with the name because like when I first did the name, like back before the pandemic, right? Before the shutdown, before everything else, right? I came up with all this and I did all this stuff for it and everything and got it all set up and everything. And as a travel agent, I was kind of seeing the trending.
Mhm.
And I thought, this is just all going to go, it's all going to go to crap, right? And then it did, and it shut down and everything else. So obviously, I wasn't going to launch a cruise channel when there was no cruising. So, and on the travel agency side, I was inundated. Like I went from $500,000 in sales.
In the house.
I went from $500,000 in sales
Yeah.
to $0 in sales almost overnight. And I spent over a year canceling and rebooking clients over and over and over as the cruise lines
profit,
just kept kicking the can with the shutdown and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, I didn't have time to be doing a YouTube channel about cruising, but in any event, I wanted to do things more about cruising too, because I take a lot of land-based vacations and trips and stuff as well. So I'm going to be doing some of that this summer and try to work that into the channel. I'm not exactly sure how the viewers are going to like that. I mean, I guess the views are going to tell me whether or not people are interested in me going on land-based trips or not. But in any event, we'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely going to be doing that this summer. And then I think after that, I think my next cruise isn't going to be till September, and I'm going to be on the Carnival Venezia out of New York City.
All right.
Going to New England. So, and I was actually on that same sailing last year on Magic out of New York.
Okay.
But obviously I want to experience this whole Costa by Carnival, what they call it. I think, well, that was the original kind of code name travel agents were told about. It was going to be called Costa by Carnival or something like that. And then now I think it's Carnival Fun Italian style. Yeah, I think that's the new thing now. So in any event, so I'm going to be doing that in September, and then I'm going to be on Wonder in October. Kind of bummed. I was like, my wife was always saying to me, we book all these cruises, and then something else really great comes along, and we can't get on them and stuff like that. So like, of course, we've had the Wonder booked for a really long time, and then I found out about the booze cruise, and I was like, oh, man. No, but like, there's no way I can get out of Wonder. She would kill me. So I even actually said to her, I was like, why don't you just take your mom or something like that? She's like, no. So I'm like, okay. So maybe again, but yeah, so that's really it. That's all I really have planned on. And then I'm hoping now that Maravila's in New York, I'm hoping to get back on Maravilla. Just again, because I love sailing from New York, and Bayonne I sail from a lot, right? Which is basically New York, right?
Yeah.
So I sail from Bayonne a
Western.
lot. Yeah. So like last summer I sailed from Bayonne to Bermuda, and I was on 11 day in January where I caught COVID for the first time ever. And that was out of Bayonne and stuff. So so I sail from Bayonne a lot, but now that Venezia is there and Maravilla is there,
Yes.
yes, I'm gonna probably be sailing from New York more. What I love about that too is Venezia, Maravilla is actually going to do some 11-day cruises from New York to Western Caribbean. So, like Cozumel and Costa Maya. And when I go to Costa Maya, I go to this place called Maya Chan. And I love Maya Chan so much. Now, I don't know if they love me, okay, because I always drink too much tequila when I'm there, and I become just slightly obnoxious. Like not a jerk or anything, right? But I just become like slightly obnoxious, right? A little bit, right? And so I don't know if they like me. But when I book them, they haven't said no, you can't come back. So I guess I'm not too obnoxious.
No, don't worry. They're used to it. So they like it.
And believe it or not, I did the most rookie thing there in the world. I spent a day there. I had a really great time. I had my GoPro with me, and I don't film with my GoPro too much because there's this glitch in the GoPro software when you pan with a GoPro. It basically does this jumping, and it does not give you smooth panning, and it's only when you're panning. So I don't film with it that much, but I left it in the cab. So I was in this big van cab leaving Maya Chan, and there were all these people in there, and they were talking to me about all these things, and I just cannot believe I left my GoPro in there. But I discovered it as soon as I got back to the ship. I emailed the owners of Maya Chan, and they immediately contacted the cab company, located the cab I was in, contacted the driver, and he found it. And the owner, David, he's the owner's son, and the owners live in California. David traveled to his parents' house for Christmas in California, took that GoPro with him, and FedExed it to me, and would not accept any kind of payment or compensation from me for doing so whatsoever. It's extraordinary thing. I could never have expected that in a million years. So I got the GoPro back, and when I took it with me the last time I was there, and I did this little Post-it note, this little sign with the GoPro on a tripod on my desk in my cabin, with a little sign that said, "Hi, David. It's great to be back in Mexico, but for safety reasons, I've decided to stay on the ship." And then I took a picture of it, and I took it to Maya Chan, and I showed it to him, and he laughed for like over an hour. He thought it was like the funniest thing in the world. So in any event, so that's my little kind of like random rambling on story about that. But in any event, Maravilla is going to be sailing from New York down there
Yep.
and I'm definitely not going to miss one of those sailings because
Yeah,
I mean,
and I'm,
for me to
and
be able, normally the 11 days or the longer cruises from New York, they just go to like either like the Leeward Islands, like Barbados. Like when I was on the 11-day on Anthem in January, we went to Barbados and St. Lucia and St. Kitts and stuff like that. That's a typical sailing from New York or Bayonne,
Mhm.
where this one's actually going to go all the way down to Costa Maya, which is amazing. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. I don't think they start sailing that itinerary till January of 24, but I'm going to be
That's
on
it.
one of them
Yes,
for sure.
yes, I believe so. And I'm surrounded by travel agents today, so I'm in trouble. Thank God they're
What?
not FBI or anything like that. So then I'll be definitely in trouble. But
Yeah.
Jeremy's also here. Bruce is
Yeah.
also
And Bruce
here.
is here. Yep.
What's
I
happening,
came,
fellows?
Eddie, I came in for no other reason than to show you guys our favorite place on Galveston Island. Now we went and got some food, and this is where the seawall turns into Termini San Luis Pass Road. But I'm about to get out of the car. It's gonna be noisy. Just look at it and take in the view.
Well, he gave us a warning. It's gonna be really nice. Oh, nice. Look at the seagulls. Holy mama.
Yeah, baby was feeding the seagulls right here,
Oh
but
yeah.
I'm on top of the seawall.
Wow.
The seawall is 8 feet tall, and this is just where we can catch the cleanest wave sounds on the island. I go down right there where the stairs are, and this is where I get the cleanest wave sounds because the wind is then hidden from the rest of us. But this is our favorite spot. It's got free parking down here. You can just come and have a little meal, and yeah, this is really cool. It's down at 85th and Seawall.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great to see that, especially since we're experiencing second winter here in Pennsylvania. So it's
Yeah.
great to see those palm trees and everything else. You live in the life, man. You live in the
Yes,
life.
sir.
A nice town there. Yeah. I get to see all that in January. Definitely get to see all that. Oh, we lost them. Oh man. That was nice. So what's up, Mr. Bruce? What's
What's going on? Well, I think I'm still on. I'm wishing I'm still on the cruise. So yeah, trying to get back into the real life is just hard.
hashtag KMA, okay? Just in case. To make you feel better.
Definitely.
I had to hop on for a minute. I actually have to go out. It's sunny here today, so I have to go mow the yard. So
Ouch. So you're doing that today?
I am.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. I'm gonna do mine hopefully Saturday. Fill up that
It's
tank.
supposed to rain here on Saturday, so I got to do it today. It's my only day I get a chance to do it.
Definitely.
So
Definitely. Sweet.
but yeah, you can give me a call anytime today.
Okay. I'll give you a few hours so you could work on the yard and stuff like that, and then
Wow.
we holler later.
I don't have that big of a yard, so I'll be done in about half an hour.
Oh, as cosa more than it takes me about an hour and a half to do mine, and I'm on a riding mower.
And you're on a riding mower.
Yes, and it takes me that long. So
Cindy won't let me get a ride. I tried to convince her I need a ride lawnmower, but she won't let me.
I got. It took me about a year of talking about it, and we ended up buying an electric mower, and unfortunately, it ran after an hour. Both batteries were dead, so we had to recharge it again for the next day. So I think, and Alice had to do it because it has power, and it was the first time I tried it. It took me with it, and my legs are not built right now to hold the strength. So she ended up taking over, and I guess she finally got to the point and says, "Oh, we're not doing this," because it was doing an hour every other day, and you were just getting, working all day and come home to cut a little bit, an hour in the yard and then come back in, have dinner when she wants to relax and stuff like that. And so about a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, she says to me, "No, get in the car, let's go. Where are we going?" Home Depot. I knew once she said that, I knew. We got there, we picked it. It took about a week or so. It got delivered. Unfortunately, the battery was completely dead. We went back. We tried to get another battery. They gave us charger for the battery, free of cost. We brought it home, charged the thing for the 24 hours that is supposed to be charged. Went over to the machine, clamped it, boom, started right there in that spot. So now all I gotta do is just touch it with the key, boom, right up. So it's doing pretty good. And I rode it once, but the last 2 weeks it's been raining. So right now it's raining. So I'm hoping that it doesn't rain tomorrow. So Saturday will be dry enough that I could bring that bad boy out and do some cutting. We'll see,
Yeah,
no way.
very cool.
That's my powder cruising for the day. I'll be cruising on the lawnmower, running around all over the place.
Yeah.
So, do you have another cruise coming up, Bruce?
Right now, the booze cruise is the next one, but I'm hopefully am going to be changing that this week. I'm looking at a couple, so going to probably hopefully pull the trigger something this summer. We'll see, because waiting till October is just a little bit too long.
Okay.
Yeah, Celebrity has a bunch of Alaska sailings on the travel agent spreadsheet, and and I still have, believe it or not, I still have my free Princess cruise for being Commodore. So, and there's a bunch of those that are going to Alaska as well. So,
what I might do is actually we just hit platinum with Carnival, so I'm going to do the match with MSC. Maybe we'll hit an MSC cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been looking into that too. And
Yeah,
now
MSC is quickly becoming one of my favorite lines. Just, I mean, they're really getting their act together. Like, I'm surprised how many people didn't realize they were here like before the shutdown. Like years before the shutdown and stuff, right? So, and it just seems like a lot of people weren't aware of them. And I know that they were having a lot of trouble breaking into the U.S. market, but they're really, I think they're really starting to really get their act together and really kind of getting focused on what the American cruise consumer wants. But at the same time, I'm telling my clients, but they haven't lost sight of bringing something new and unique. Like if you want the kind of like atypical, stereotypical US, geared consumer cruise experience, go on Carnival, go on Royal Caribbean, go on Norwegian, right? Like those three are, basically writing the book on how to cater to the US market. But, with Meraviglia coming to New York and expanding its presence, and with their pricing being lower right now, at least for right now, that's why Carnival brought those Costa ships to the U.S. market anyway, because they really want to tap that, that competitive edge with them with this kind of Italian style. Because if you've been on an MSC cruise, even though all cruising, no matter what line, it's always pretty much the same. It's an itinerant kind of vacation where everything kind of all goes the same. But, with each ship, each line having its kind of like setting it apart uniqueness. And I think MSC is just adding an extra component to that with this Italian style underlined. I think like everything is kind of like underlined with like this Italian style, this Italian flair. So, definitely am liking that because it is a little bit of break from the norm.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's kind of what that's what I like about Carnival with the ships that they're bringing over from Costa, where they're putting some of their signature things on there, but they're still keeping an Italian flair on them. I'm really interested to get on that.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait to get on Venezia in September. It's literally I had clients who are booked on this on a sailing out of New York on Magic, had been booked for a while. And then when Carnival did this whole thing, I got this notice from them saying, hey, the following, thing has changed with your client's itinerary. And I looked and it was like, they switched them to Venezia. Right. So I had to contact them and they were like, well, what's that all about? And I was like, hey, as soon as I saw those Venezia bookings open, I was like, I'm getting on it, even if I, like have to walk to New York. Like, there's no way I'm not getting on that just for the experience. And then, of course, when, I don't know if you saw this or not, I guess it came out to travel agents first, but like Christine Duffy went to this, New York restaurant or whatever, and they did this kind of like, they opened the video up later that day to the public, but we got the exclusive link earlier in the day, and I watched it live. And, when they were showing all of those videos and renderings and stuff from around the ship, I was just like, that is going to be just so awesome and such a unique experience. And I told my clients, I'm jealous because you guys are going to be on it in June, and I got to wait till September. So,
yeah.
I'm so down about it. Like, so we finally move out of Brooklyn. Now they bring the ship over. So like, what the?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we've been talking about,
Eddie.
we've been talking about hopping in an MSC. It's like Moonlight Adventures, CME Traveling, and SCT Adventures. All they talk about.
Yeah, when I saw them today, when I saw CME say today they were headed to Terminal 10, I was like, MSC?
Yeah.
So,
really, MSC is their go-to cruise.
yeah.
They absolutely love MSC.
Yeah, so like my first experience.
Yeah, it's because of them, and I talked to Kurt, and they, it's because of them that we can't wait to get on. And
I mean, I wanted to get it. Yep, I wanted to get on them so bad before the shutdown, and like I was like really close, and then of course the shutdown happened. So when the first time I sailed was just a 3-day on Maravilla. I threw it in after the fact, ahead of another cruise that I was going to be going out of Port Canaveral on. So I threw it in there. I went in there. It was just a 3-day cruise. It was an absolute nightmare. It took me it wasn't like the Carnival Magic in Norfolk Nightmare, which if you didn't see that video on my channel, go check that out, because that was like the worst of all time. But it was still like terrible. It took like hours and hours and hours to get on board. And what was even worse is it took probably close to 5 hours to get off the ship. And that is that video is one of like more recent videos on my channel. If you check that out, like the Facebook group for that sailing was just flooded with people just furious about how long it took to get off that ship and everything. Now, when I was just on it again, not long ago, it was better. I didn't really have too much trouble getting on, and the line was a little long getting off, but it wasn't like it was when I was on the 3-day. And I knew that I wanted to give them another shot. So, and I want to try some of their other ships, like Maravilla is. I was actually having this conversation with this guy I was on a ship with last time, and he was comparing it to Anthem, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am constantly comparing Maravilla to Anthem of the Seas or Quantum class ships, because they are so similar, and I mean like ridiculously similar. Like you would expect that, obviously, from multiple ships in the same class on the same line, stuff like that. And there are sometimes similarities between different classes and stuff, like, for instance, Freedom and Voyager on Royal Caribbean are identical, only Freedom's bigger. And then you can see a little bit of design element similarities between Dream class and Vista class on Carnival. But I was really blown away at how absolutely similarly designed and laid out Maravilla is to Quantum class. So, and this guy I was just talking to randomly, he said to me, he said, "Are you a vlogger?" I said, "Yes," and told him about my channel and stuff. And then he said, "Please tell me that you are going to talk about how similar this ship is to Anthem." And I was like, I absolutely am. I was like, you are the first person who's ever actually said that to me. I say it all the time, but I've never heard anybody else, say, "Hey, yeah, I agree with that." And so we just had this big conversation about it. But I also want to try the Seaside class ships on MSC because they are very different than Maravilla. So I'm, so I definitely want to try some other style ships that MSC is doing. But I'm really excited about MSC being here, and I really, really am warming up to them fast. So
Yep. And also the salty travelers also they're always talking about MSC too. There's the one that start bringing it in, doing videos from that
Yeah.
ships. Now everybody's getting more involved. I know Mike Clark from Clark Family Ventures been talking about the new one coming out in 2025. I believe is the America or Rover.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
they're already booking for that one, so they're looking forward to it. So one of those deals. I'm preparing myself now. Now we have to travel to New York to get in it. It's like so easy. We were maybe half hour away from that port in Brooklyn.
Wow.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I mean?
that's the thing. When I sail out of New York, I only sail out of Manhattan Cruise Terminal there, Pier 54. There on what I think they call it, was that the East Side Highway there, or something like that, or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
I only sail from that. So now Maravilla is going to be in Brooklyn. So for me, I take Amtrak up, right?
Yeah.
So I live just outside the capital city of Pennsylvania, and almost nobody. I'm surprised and shocked at how almost nobody knows what the capital city of Pennsylvania is. But in any event,
Lancaster?
no,
Or-
it's Harrisburg.
Har-
It's Harrisburg.
I've been
So,
I've
yeah.
been there.
Yeah. Yeah. So where I live 27 miles from Gettysburg.
Mhm.
And then I live about, and of course, Hershey is only about 10 or 15 minutes on the other side of Harrisburg. So I'm about halfway in between the two of them. So for me, Baltimore is my closest port, which I do sail from a lot. But the problem with me is I like the big ships. I like the big ships. I like having all of the amenities and all the things to do on the big ships. And Baltimore is just unfortunately, they have a problem with big ships because of a bridge. I think it's the 95 bridge or Francis Scott Key Bridge or something like that. But anyway, you can only get a small ship in there. So Royal sails their small Vision class ships out of there. Carnival mostly sails Spirit class ships, so that's Legend, Pride, and I think Spirit was there at one point. And it looks like Norwegian is going to test. The Sky, I think they're or Dawn. Yeah, Sky, I think. I think Sky is going to come there, and Norwegian's going to test it a little bit this year and see how it's going to go or whatever. But so I do sail on those sometimes, but I don't like to often just because I like the bigger ships and they're just not ever going to have a bigger ship in there. So I'm flying to Florida all the time, to get on these bigger ships and stuff. But anyway, I guess the point I was making is that I take Amtrak up to New York.
Mhm.
So for me to go to Penn Station and catch a Lyft or an Uber, it's, like a couple of blocks and you're there at Pier 54 to get on a ship.
Yeah.
So for Brooklyn Cruise Terminal is going to be, a little bit more of an ordeal.
Yes.
So, to get to the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal for that, but
Red Hook is,
we're going to
Lemon
roll with it. So we're going to make it happen. But I'd say either way, it doesn't matter whether you're sailing from Manhattan, Brooklyn, or Bayonne, New Jersey, you always get to sail under the Verrazano Bridge, right? And it is always one of my favorite parts of sailing out of that
Awesome.
area
It's an
is to
awesome
go
view.
underneath Verrazano. And then of course you get to see Coney Island and stuff like that too when you're sailing out of the harbor. It's just it's one of the most incredible things. So it never gets old for me. I always love it. So
And Statue of Liberty, all that good stuff.
yeah. So that's the unfortunate thing. When you sail on Bayonne, you're already kind of past the Statue of Liberty.
Hmm.
But right, when you sail out of New York, you definitely sail right past her. So
In the river and go. Yeah, baby, go. The only good thing about us being down here now in the Atlanta area, we have so many ports to now we get to choose from
yeah.
which ports we want to go to.
Right.
Port Canaveral is a little tight to go to. Miami, forget it. Miami's about 11 hours to get there. But hop on a fly to Fort Lauderdale. My brother will come up from North Miami, pick us up, and he could take us to the port. Everything good and taken care of. So at least that part is taken care of. But I am looking forward to someday hit the MSC. And we still got one more with Norwegian. We're doing the Boost Cruising Carnival It's gonna be my first carnival in 30 years. Alice first. She's been in Royal Caribbean, which I haven't, and hopefully we'll do one of those because she wants to go back to Bermuda. She went to Bermuda in 2010 from Bayonne with her sisters, and her bucket is Alaska. But the other day she says to me, "I want to go back to Bermuda quicker, sooner there." So I'm like, I'm all up for it, but I want to go on a cruise where it's just 7 days and we spend 3 days in Bermuda. I
Yeah.
want to be there for the 3 days.
Yeah, so most of them do spend at least 2 or 3 days in Bermuda.
Yes.
You know, there's a few that don't, but most of them do. I was on Adventure of the Seas out of Bayonne last year, and we went to Bermuda, and it was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. I ended up going on a bus all the way out to the far end of Bermuda to
Yeah.
St. George.
Yes.
So yeah, and it was incredible. I mean, fantastic. Absolutely can't say enough about it. Can't wait to go back myself. So
Yes, Alice brought a bunch of pictures, stuff like that. And she says, moving around in buses it was so easy and quick and
Yes.
efficient. So she definitely
yeah. So the bigger ships in Bermuda have to dock at the Navy Yard, which is like way out on the end. And of course, if you don't know this about Bermuda, it's basically like a strip all the way around with water in the middle. So they have these water shuttles. You get off the ship, you walk like, I don't know, 5 minutes, like not even, you can see it like right there off the ship. You just walk right down, you get on this water shuttle, and it takes 20 minutes or whatever, it takes you over to Hamilton. So, but if you were to take that same ride in a car, it would take like over an hour to get there. So it's really long. And I even hear too that if you miss the last water shuttle from Hamilton back to the Navy Yard for the day or whatever, if you miss that last water shuttle and you have to take a land-based, like a taxi or something like that, costs over $100 US to get back to the ship. It's crazy. So you don't want to miss that last water shuttle when you're in Bermuda. But
no way.
But yeah, so then you get over there, then it's like a block or two up to the bus station, and then you just get on the bus with the locals, and just ride wherever. I mean, it's really, really, it's just a great experience. I really, really, really liked it a lot. So
sweet. Chicago's asking me, we heard you will be on the breakaway with us. If you're asking me, I don't think so. I'm not sure about that. Unless
you know which one he's talking about, Eddie?
I have no idea what he's talking about. That's
He's talking about next year, the Sea Lake Journeys one.
Yeah, Sea Lake Journeys and TNT. That you and who else is taking care of that one?
Cruise Nuts is going on that one.
Yeah, I don't think it's
right
gonna
now.
be
I have I think it's 7 cabins booked on it right now.
Okay, cool. We were just in a breakaway back in with the bloggers in January, but I have no intention of going on that one. But you might know something I don't know. You never know. Alice might be doing something on the side. I know she says she has a surprise for me, which she haven't told me yet what it is. So you never know. We'll see. Sometimes with Alice, she pops out unaware with something, and I just go with it. I don't have a problem whatsoever, especially when it comes to a cruise. Let's go. So whatever comes around. We'll see what the deal is with that. Man, I'm sorry that we lost Jeremy. I think he was having too much time with the birds, and they got too loud. And what do you call it? Rats with wings. And,
well, I gotta go mow before it starts raining. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pop out of here. But it was great
Thank
talking to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for popping in. And
have a good day, Bruce.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
We'll catch up in the next one.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Batman to the rescue. Anything you need, any help with that, he'll help you out. I know there's another MSC coming to Galveston. I believe New Orleans might be the other one. I know Miami's gonna get one. So I know it's 5 or 6 ships coming over. MSC, they're like you said, they're taking over. they're bringing it. You know, they're bringing
Yeah,
it.
I think the thing for MSC in New York that is, such a game changer is that, cruise lines have been going out of New York City for a long time. And
Yes.
until Royal Caribbean came to Bayonne, they were only going out seasonally. They were only going out in that kind of August to November window and just for New England, Canada, and Bermuda. And then they just didn't sail out the rest of the year, except for like Seabourn and Oceanic, which are, if you don't know, are like really small but like incredibly high end, ships, right? So but so now with MSC announcing that they were coming, it's going to be 365, year round cruising from that, which is again why Carnival was like, okay, listen, now we're going to have to do year round cruising from New York as well. And since we're going to have a New York, an Italian style ship there, I think that was the whole inspiration for this whole Costa by Carnival, or now, Carnival Italian style stuff thing. So that's really was like the inspiration for it all, and I'm excited for it. I mean, like, if you've seen some of that stuff on Venezia, it's going to be they are kind of outfitting the ship with some of the Carnival favorites, like guys and things like that, or whatever. And then there'll be like these unique menu items as well that you'll only like there'll be like a special guy's burger that will be like an Italian inspired burger. You won't be able to get that burger at Guys on any other ship, only on Venezia. So, and I think they're going to do some of that same stuff. So again, excited. I said, finally, like some good aspect of living all the way up here, right? In like, in the Northeast, to be able, because like normally all the really great stuff, everything always comes to Florida or whatever. So
Yep.
so finally it's like some good aspect about being up here or whatever. Definitely a reason to cruise from here more, because it's such an ordeal for me. I mean, I guess it's the same for a lot of people, but for me, I have to drive either to the Baltimore or Washington airports.
Yeah.
And I kind of flip-flop between the two of them. It's about half and half for me. So that's like an hour and a half to 2 hour drive for me. And if flight times don't work out well for me, I have to spend the night before in the area. So so I have to drive down, I have to park, and then I have to fly all the way to Florida, and then of course the return. So then if I run into any kind of issue getting back from the ship, at the end of the cruise, no matter what, when I get in, I've got a 2 hour drive ahead of me and stuff like that, and, just the whole thing. So it's like a big, it's like anything else. Everybody experiences that obviously when they travel.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it's a big deal for me. So for me to be able to have more options and more itinerary options from the Northeast is definitely a good thing. And I'm excited for all of it. So.
Definitely. Legion says we have plenty of backports on the Great Lakes. Come on over cruise lines. We're the Alaska of the Middle West. And I know Carnival, it's playing around. Is it Cleveland?
Yeah, right. I saw that. I saw that on John Hield's or on his Facebook page, like a couple of months ago. It was kind of funny. So
it's like, what the hell? It's like I heard about the MSC coming to Brooklyn last year. And I said, yeah, we'll see what happens. I know Red Hook is they were kind of fixing it for it, but I kept looking at the Manhattan Bridge and all that. So like, I hope there's a way to go out that way, because it can't come this way. Manhattan Bridge is stuck where it's at and ain't gonna happen. So then I saw the pictures how the ship is gonna anchor in Brooklyn, and then how easy it will be to just go right back out to the river. And hit south from there. So it's a good deal.
Yeah.
Gaylor says to the mustard drill, for years Harrisburg was second home. The Ramada in Paxtonia was my other home. Wow. I didn't know that Gaylor's were down in your state.
Yeah, so I actually live on the western side. I'm sure if you lived here, the name of the town that I live in, you're going to be like, oh, everybody's like, oh, right. So it's the biggest town. It's the biggest western suburb town of Harrisburg. In fact, we're so big now, we just got a second zip code. So we have 2 zip codes here now. No other western suburb has 2 zip codes, western suburb of Harrisburg. Not that Harrisburg is a huge, it's not Philadelphia, it's not New York, it's not Pittsburgh, right? It's kind of like, it's this tiny little place. Like I had friends of mine who came and visited from St. Louis, and when we drove across the Susquehanna River, you know, you could see the city over there or whatever. They wondered if that was like a prop from Universal Studios or whatever. If you went over there and looked behind the skyscrapers, that you'd see like a 2x4 like propping them up or something like that or whatever. Because it's just like kind of like compared to other big cities, it's kind of ridiculously small. But so yeah, so I live in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, is actually where I live. So yeah, so it's the biggest western suburb of the Harrisburg area. We just got 2 zip codes. Harrisburg's growing so big. We actually just got a second area code here as well. So now, you know, I was like, oh, great, confuse all the old people. They're gonna be like, where's 223 at? You know, so but I mean, that's just kind of like the feel and the mentality of the people who live here. It's a small town, even though it's the state capital, it's still kind of got a small town. Everybody's got a small town mentality, you know, and stuff like that or whatever. So yeah, so that's where I live. So that's where I've been running a travel agency here since 2016. Prior to that, I worked for the Pennsylvania legislature, specifically for the state Senate. I worked for all 29 Republican senators. I was the go-to IT guy for them. So I did all this IT stuff. So I sandbag Jeremy on all this stuff. He's like incredible with all this stuff. And I don't even not really sure what his background is on that or whatever. But I think it's great that he's in there helping people with like, you know, IT kind of stuff or whatever, you know, because I appreciate it being, you know, coming from a background of IT. So but yeah, so I worked for a lot of companies around here. I worked for Hershey Chocolate and stuff like that. So in my last position was with the Pennsylvania State Senate, and then I retired from there. And then I started a travel agency in 2016 called Sail Away Cruise and Travel LLC now, and we you know, I've been selling cruises, mainly all inclusive stuff like that or whatever. But I've been cruising my entire life. My entire life I've been cruising. I've been cruising since I'm 52 years old right now, and I've been cruising since I was about 23. So I've been cruising a long time. I used to say I'm loyal to Royal and stuff like that because Royal Caribbean is really where I started cruising a lot, spending a lot of time on their ships and stuff like that. So like I said, I had this idea, wanted to share my, you know, my perspective on cruising and my feelings about cruising. So I decided I was going to start this YouTube channel, and then cruising shut down. So now I'm like, you know, back from that or whatever. So, you know, I take a lot of my inspiration from some of the older vlogger style, you know, like everybody has, that's the thing I love about this community. Everybody has your own unique way of vlogging about cruising. I do kind of like the more traditional kind of vlogging or whatever. I don't really do ship tours. I don't really do you know, like informational videos too much. What I really tell people is I talk about a lot of stuff during my vlogs, but I don't lay it all out like it's a tour or like it's like a, you know, like, let me explain to you, you know, how to cruise and what you should be looking for, top 10 things to look for when you go on a cruise. I don't do that kind of video. Like I do more of an adventure kind of vlogging, but I give information throughout my vlog. So if you want that same information, just unfortunately you have to watch to the end because I'm dropping stuff all the way through my ship, but I'm also kind of like saying, come along with me, see things from my perspective. You know, this is what I'm going to do on the island of St. Martin or on the island of St. Kitts. Come along, see it with me at firsthand, like I'm seeing it. You know, let me put that together for you to give you the highlights and stuff like that of what I saw when I was there. Everybody has their own unique style. That's the kind of style that works for me, that I feel like I like to do and stuff like that. So that's how I do it. You know, and of course I always talk about the ships and stuff like that too. Like I always do a wrap up video on my channel about, you know, about what I thought of the ship, what I saw on the ship. Was there anything unique? And sometimes I'm on a ship and there was just nothing so spectacular or so terrible or horrible that I really felt like I needed to tell people about it. So just kind of like, you know, talk a little bit about how great the cruise was and this and that or whatever, show a little bit around the ship and stuff like that. But I don't, again, I'm not really kind of like Moonlight Adventures. They have a new video out right now, and it's all about Ocean Cay, MSC's private island in the Bahamas. And I tell you, Josh did an amazing job on that video from a standpoint of the style that it is, which is, hey, here's the island. Here's everything about it. This is where you go for this. This is what you'll find there. This was it was kind of like, if I want to know what it's like, if I'm one of those people that wants to know every single thing that I need to know about my trip for the first time to Ocean Cay, I'm going to watch that kind of video. But it also, but it didn't showcase them and their trip there or their adventure or their time there or whatever. It was more kind of like, this is Ocean Cay. This is what it looks like. And again, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It was great. I loved it, thumbs up, it was fantastic, and he just did such a great job in the editing and the narration of it and just everything. And he just did a fantastic job at it. So, but it's just not the kind of videos I do. But again, it's okay. It's not, that's what's great about this community and every other community in each particular niche and genre. You get to, you get to see this from this person and that from that person, and and it just all kind of comes together or whatever. So I always tell people, like, there was this guy that was on the morning show today. What was it called? Was it T Dub or something like that or whatever? Yeah. So like, I kind of got the hint that he was like kind of having problems. He was talking about how he's doing the same thing some other channels are doing, but he doesn't understand why he's not getting the traction that they're getting and stuff like that. And this is what I always said too. I always said, like, when I was first starting my channel, I tell, not everybody, like, YouTube viewers are the most fickle social media consumers on the planet, as far as I'm concerned, right? And what works for one person, even if you're doing the exact same thing, it's kind of like when somebody's decided, like, we all know Lalita Loca, right? They're the big guys, they're the big channel, right? I actually was having a conversation with Tony on Celebration back in January or in December. And I said to him, he and I were sitting in the casino and we were talking about stuff or whatever. And I said to him, you could do a video. I was like, in fact, I would challenge you to do that on your channel, right? Now, he'll never do it. But I said to him, you could do a video where you just go, hey, welcome everybody to Lalita Loca. I'm your host, Tony.
Yeah.
And then just go like this. And just stare at that camera. Just stare at the camera, Tony. Just stare at it. I was like, and I guarantee you will get 68,000 views in one day. Because it's you. Right? And even if you're doing the news and I'm doing the news, right? And there's this community of cruise enthusiasts, how many times do they want to hear the same news story? Right? So like, like all the news stories that were always happening during COVID, right? All those news stories, how many times are you going to want to hear about that? And you're not, right? So naturally, a lot of the viewers are going to say, I'm going to get my news from Lalita Loca, or I'm going to get this information from Lalita Loca. And then if they see my channel come along and say the same thing, and even if I published my video first, if they didn't see it till second or third, right, are they going to want to watch my video? And they're like, I already know that. I'm on with my day. I'm doing this, right? So I was like kind of thinking to myself, what would be great advice to give that guy, when he says to him, when he says, hey, I'm doing the same thing everybody else is doing, but they're doing great at it and I'm not. And I'm like, I wish I could, like, I wish there was like some type of kind of like magic sauce on this. But the problem is that, there's so many variables you can't even put a finger on it, right? Like, there's just so many things that's clicking in everybody's mind that is gravitating them to this person and not to you, even though your video is the same darn thing, right? Like, so I have to constantly remind myself, I am doing content to produce that perspective and that look and that kind of experience that I had about this or that or whatever. And it doesn't matter if I get 27,000 views or 200, right? It just doesn't to me, right? Like, I know it's hard. Like, everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to monetize. Everybody wants to, like my first debut on this community or whatever was when I hijacked, I hijacked Jeremy and Cheryl's live stream one day. And I talked about, the ugly side of YouTube, which was, like, here I got monetized. My channel was taking off. I was getting all these, I was making money. I was making decent money. And then all of a sudden I got hit with an invalid traffic claim, from YouTube, and my revenue tanked. Right. So like, here I go from making like $700 a month on a couple of videos to 15 cents. And I'm not even kidding you, like 15 cents in a month. Right. Yeah. So it's like, it sucks the creativity and the motivation right out of you. But I had to regroup, and I'd say to myself, okay, listen, it was great that I was making that money. Right. And, and my channel's kind of recovered and rebounded since, but it takes a little while because, again, there's no rhyme or reason. There's nothing that you can do to kind of like get the algorithm to start saying, hey, let's show your videos to people again. Like, there's nothing you can do. It's completely random. I spent so much time on the chat, on creator support chat, getting nowhere. I think I was talking to Bard, like AI, a lot of times, right? Because like the answers just weren't like, there was no empathy in any of it. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, sorry about that. It wasn't even that. It was just like, oh yeah, your channel got hit with invalid traffic. Is there anything else you need to know? It's kind of like they didn't care, right? And I was, oh my God. I mean, I'll talk about it all day. But anyway, my point is that I was trying to think, what can I say to that guy if I ever see him again on a panel? What can I say to him to, really kind of get him to stop focusing on the idea that he's doing the same thing and other people are doing better at it than he is? Like, what can I say to him? And really, I'm not even sure what I can. I'm not sure what any of us can say to him other than to say, you need to focus on content. Like, you're making this content for you to watch later or for you to show to your wife or something, right? Mm-hmm. Not that you're creating that content so that you can come back in and watch the view count, and either be excited about it or disappointed about it. Like, you can't do that. You have to say, what do I have to say about this? What do I want to say about this? Create that content. And if people watch it, they do. And if they don't, they don't. But you also, I don't want to discount quality and, the trending of a topic or, how, I don't want to discount that. I mean, it certainly plays into it. You definitely want to make the best video you can. You definitely want to learn about editing to make sure that you're editing your videos the best you can, and you definitely don't want to stop learning. You don't want to stop improving
at all.
But at the same time, you cannot be focused on, why am I not getting all these views when I did an identical video to somebody else who is? You cannot be focused on that, or you will tank yourself every single time. It's like self-fulfilling prophecy. It will absolutely happen. You will not go anywhere. You'll get so discouraged and you'll put it down. You will. You absolutely will. Yeah. So, regardless of that, I just, I felt like, gosh, I wish I could have jumped in there this morning and said that or whatever to him, but anyway, yeah, that's it. That's all. I'm done now.
Yeah, I try to do my best. I like to film my experience because everybody else will be different. Mm-hmm. Maybe one or two might be the same experience I'm having. I might say, oh, I didn't like this, and somebody else does it, and they love it. Everybody's different. So I try to point out things from my point of view. What am I experiencing, and give you some content on that. And then it's up to you to decide if you want to do it or not. I don't want to be the one saying don't do it or do it. I want you to here's what I went through, see it through my eyes, what I went through. Now it's up to you, because things could be different times of the year. Yeah. Things could change. You never know. So
Right.
I try not to speak negative of anything that I do. Food is always good to me on the ships. I don't really complain too
Yeah.
much about food because it's gone in my belly,
Yeah.
and
Right.
take care of that. So that's just the
Yeah,
deal
no,
with
I mean,
that.
like, I am critical of them sometimes, but
Yeah,
not like. I mean, if people are watching like, if somebody like, if I'm going on Maravilla and it takes me 6 hours to get on Maravilla, right? I'm
yeah,
gonna tell people it took me 6 hours to get on Maravilla,
yeah,
but I'm never gonna say, don't ever do it, don't get on Maravilla, don't do it because it
yeah,
took me 6 hours and it was terrible and they didn't care. Like, I'm never gonna say that to them, like in that my video. But I'm just gonna say, hey, listen, it took 6 hours to get on Maravilla, and I'm not exactly sure why,
mhm,
right? Because the company that these cruise lines contract to, or the port contracts to handle, like stuff in each terminal, this
yes,
is what they do,
mm,
right? It's not like they hired a hot dog vendor to come in and get people on and off a ship, right? And
yeah,
then, of course, it took 6 hours to get on the ship because what does a hot dog vendor know about boarding people onto a cruise ship? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not that, right? This is their job, right? How can they suck at it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
if this is what you're supposed to be good at, why are you terrible at it? So in any event, but and I point that out, but at the same time, I'm like, but every experience is unique, and
right.
please don't take what I'm saying as
Yes,
me
that's
meaning
it.
don't do it.
Hmm.
You know, I just want to tell you that was the experience I had.
Yep.
Um, but then I had a great time,
Right.
otherwise, and stuff like that, so, that's just what it comes down to. So,
It's like me. If I go by what I used to do back in Carnival 30 years ago, and hold on now, things are different. Ships are completely different from 30 years ago. So I mean, it's like this booze cruise came along, and I looked at it, and I looked the price on it, and I look all the people that are going in. I say, I gotta be in this one. I've been holding out for one of the newer ships, Celebration, Mardi Gras, or even the Jubilee. But even though it's an older ship, I got to see it in New Orleans when we went down for the bloggers. I said, I got to do it. And it's going to be Alice's first carnival, too. So we're going to have that experience together at the same time.
yeah.
So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm so bummed. I'm so bummed about it. So, but I am going to be on Wonder though, right? So it's not exactly like Wonder isn't going to be a great experience as well. So,
Yes.
but and there'll be other times. There'll be other times to get on ships with other people and
Definitely,
stuff like
definitely.
that too.
Oh, definitely. There's going to be a lot of group coming along now, and it's going to get better. Janice says, I consider what value the viewer is going to get out of the video. The analytics are there for you as a creator to see what videos are more popular, not the ones who add value to your audience. And there you go. I mean, I
Yeah,
just
I
want to
agree.
give you an idea and see you decide what the person wants to do.
But there is also a random kind of like I talk to other creators like when I'm on ships. Like there was this creator, I wish I remember his name. I think I have his card somewhere. He gave me his card or whatever. But and like he and I agreed, right? Like sometimes you think to yourself, how did like I do this video, right? And I'm like, okay, this video is going to be amazing, people are going to love it, right? It's right on trend. I do all the keyword researches and all that stuff and everything, right? Everything that you're supposed to do and stuff, right? And I'm like, it's on trend, it's on topic, right? I do it, I get 150 views, right? And then and then I do this really random video that's just about nothing or whatever, and I get 4,000 views, and it's like, there's no reason. That's why I say there's so many variables to kind of, there's so many variables to the psyche of the most fickle human beings on the planet, which is people on YouTube looking for anything. Right? Whether they're on YouTube to find out about a cruise or they're on YouTube to find out how to make the best chocolate chip cookies. It doesn't matter, right? These people, like you have to give up ever being able to understand what content is going to propel that video forward and what content isn't. You are going to have to give that up and just not try to understand it, because you can't, like for
Mhm.
me, for me, like some of my more recent videos, right, from Harmony FCs, you know, not doing that great, but it's okay. I don't care. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, right?
Yep.
But my Maravilla videos did much better. And again, it tells me that more people are looking at MSC right now, but that makes sense, right? Because MSC is like the newest, you know, kind of least traveled, you know, most talked about kind of, you know, people are curious about it. People are interested in it, right? But at the same time, okay, I do a video about getting on the ship in Norfolk, on a Carnival ship in Norfolk, right? And it goes crazy, wild, right? Like, you know, like, and what's new about the Carnival Magic? Nothing, you know? So it's weird. Another thing too is some ships have more followings than other. Like for instance, there's this crazy following of the Carnival Pride, right? So when I do a video about the Carnival Pride, right, I'm getting thousands and thousands of views within like the first couple of days, not necessarily because people are interested in what I'm talking about particularly, just the fact that I did a video about the Carnival Pride, right? So, and those people are interested in, you know, like they're fanatics for the Carnival Pride, right? The other side of that is some people like controversy, right? Some people like to find out, like they like to watch videos that say, this was the most horrible experience I ever had. It was terrible. My car got broken into, you know, if it wasn't bad enough that it took me a long time to get on the ship and that the food was bad and that the show was terrible and that, you know, this and that and everything else happened and we hit an iceberg right off the coast of the Bahamas and, you know, if all that, then you get back, it takes you 4 hours to get off the ship. You finally get on the bus takes you over to the Carnival suggested parking lot only to find out that your windows were smashed in and somebody ransacked your car, right? You do a video about that, there's going to be a whole other subset of people that could care less about anything else other than hearing the horrible, terrible experience that you had and chiming in. And that chiming in one way or the other, chiming in saying, oh, I know it was terrible, or chiming in saying, oh, I disagree. When I went on it, it was the best, right? Either way, with that much variation, you know, you will drive yourself crazy trying to figure out how to do videos that are going to be a hit smash every single time. So that's my suggestion. Just do videos for yourself, you know, like not for yourself, but like do videos knowing that, okay, this is all I care. You know, I care about creating this content and offering this perspective about this, that, or the other. And I want to try to appeal to people who also like cruising, right? And if you know, if I don't get 27,000 views in an hour, okay, you know, cool.
You never know.
Right, great.
Some are hit, some are not. Yeah.
Right. You know, but by the same token, I don't want to say, just don't care about your content at all. Don't put any effort into making sure that it's as great as it can be. Who cares about editing? Like, I don't want to say that either, right? Because those things are important, but I don't know.
There's plenty of that already out.
Yeah, you got to try. You drive yourself crazy trying to find, you know, that spot, right? Just create the content. Know that it's a crowded space, no matter, like I said, whether you're creating cruise content or, you know, talking about underwater basket weaving, right? It doesn't matter. You're gonna have a crowded genre, and there's gonna be a lot of channels, you know, competing, for lack of a better way of putting it. But that's one thing I like about this community. I've never felt like I was competing with anybody. You know, like I had a comment one time into one of my earlier videos, you know, and somebody said, oh, I just saw this guy, you know, they commented to my channel, and one of my faithful viewers, who's also a client of mine, you know, he had commented about how great my video was or something like that. And some other guy come along and said, no, this guy sucks. And, you know, and then he came back and said, you know, this other guy that said I sucked, he came back and said, you know, I don't think any of the other YouTubers in this space have anything to worry about. And normally I wouldn't have responded to that, but instead I responded to it and I said, listen, I'm not sure why you think that this is a competition. it's not a competition. I know a lot of vloggers in my space and vloggers in other space, and I can tell you that none of us are out to outdo the other. It's a community. It's, we all bring our own unique perspective to it. We all respect each other. We all enjoy each other's company. We all enjoy cruising. That camaraderie is, it brings us together as a community, not as competitors.
You got that right.
So,
Definitely.
yeah. So, I never heard from that guy again. And I get a lot of flack for my sunglasses too. And I even just had another comment not long ago. Somebody said, "What's up with the sunglasses?" I'm probably never answering that question, but I don't care, right? I've even had some people flip out and say, if I see your sunglasses on, and I literally had this guy, if I see sunglasses on in one more of your videos, I am unsubscribing to your channel. And I said, you know what? I don't even think you have to do that. I'm just going to hide you from my channel right now. It was an extreme response to it. If I had to do it all over again, I probably wouldn't have done that. But I just thought, listen, if you're here to seek the content that I'm creating,
Who cares?
but because I've got sunglasses on, you don't want to see it. Okay, it's fine.
There's somebody
I don't
else.
think
who's
the
making
I don't think the sunglasses detract from the information that I am offering, or when my camera's flipped around showing you this amazing, incredible island I'm on, or this really great ship, and all the stuff that's happening. I don't think my sunglasses are detracting from any of the value that brings you, but okay, cool.
I did a video where one person criticized the music. I did try to record it as slow as possible. I used the same beat that I always use for that type of vlogs that I do. But maybe this person got upset about it. Out of the 700 viewers, only one comment was disappointing. I said, well, I agree. I see your point, and I'll try to do better next time.
Mm-hmm.
But you're only one person. If I had 10, 20 people complaining about it, then it would have been different. But just one person say you can't please everybody.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I said, you were coming, but that's it.
Yes. I mean, I tell you, I get a lot of critical comments and stuff like that, some worse than others. And I always try to be it really is a lesson for me on how to be more diplomatic in my responses and more kind of conscious that those people are entitled. I mean, unless they would cross a line, right? Like if they cross a line, then okay, like our troll yesterday. Right. Like, oh my God, I was sitting here, like now you can see like where I'm at. Like, so like when I'm sitting here in the morning, this is where I'm at. Right. And I'm sitting here watching it and I'm sitting here, I'm going like, I felt terrible. Like I prayed all day for Jeremy and Cheryl about this. Like I prayed all day. I was just like, Lord, please give them, please do not let them be worried about that. Please do not let them be, like consumed and overwhelmed with concern or guilt, or please don't let them feel responsible for that guy. It was terrible. It was horrible. And I know why they left him in for a while, because that's what they do. They're incredible, amazing, decent people, and they want to help everyone. And that is one of the things I love most about them, and I know that that's why they did it. But at the same time, then when it all unfolded the way it did and they had to get rid of him, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, please just do not let them be consumed with that all day. Please do, not let their heart be heavy with that at all. Just, and then when I saw Jeremy's video last night about how he was able to, I was like, oh, thank you. I was glad he was able to salvage the content. I was glad, he's able to do something about it. But at the same time, I just, like that was obviously across the line, but other people, sometimes they fight in my comment section and stuff like that, and depending on how bad it is, I'll just leave it alone and stuff like that. Sometimes, sometimes I want to give somebody acknowledgement, but so it's really just a lesson for me, right? Is to not just be like, oh, you're a jerk, you're out of here. I respect your opinion. I disagree with it, but I respect your opinion. Thank you for contributing to the community. Thank you for contributing to the conversation about this and stuff like that, But again, my channel is different than other people's channels, but not so different, like I don't have merchandise. I'm never going to probably have merchandise. I don't have a community, like in that. I don't have Facebook groups and stuff like that or whatever, but I have Instagram and Facebook channel, like pages and stuff like that. You're welcome. No problem. I mean, so anyway, but that's me, and there's no problem with me being that way. And, there's no problem with somebody else having merchandise. There's no problem with everybody doing that stuff. I have redesigned my logo a few times. I'm really happy with the one I have right now. I really feel like it best represents me and my personality and my style more than any of my previous logos did. So I'm really happy with that now. Having an IT background, I used to support a graphics and photography department that used Macintoshes and stuff like that or whatever. So I have a lot of information about that. I have a lot of background. I have minor degrees in like photography and design and stuff like that or whatever. So I'm good at doing things. I have enough information, enough knowledge and background to do things like that for myself. So I'm happy with the with the design I have now and stuff like that or whatever. But otherwise, I'm happy. I'm thrilled and very privileged and excited to be part of the community. And even though I'm a bit overbearing and have a tendency to just take over people's live streams. So maybe I should start doing my own lives, right? Like that's what I thought. Maybe I should start doing my own lives. So, but
anytime I'm up here and you want to come in, you do it, all right?
Yeah,
I got no worries.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
We're talking about the same stuff, and you got more knowledge than me anyway. In case somebody asks a question about traveling, you're there, so you'll be able to.
I was when I was watching Cheryl drinking out of that cup today, whatever. I was gonna type in. I thought, I need to be in there just so I can just say it, because by the time I type it in, it'll get lost in the chat or whatever, right? But I kept saying to myself, no, she needs to be looking at Jeremy every time she has to turn and look at Jeremy every time she lifts that cup up, whatever, right? So it's great. But,
thank God that she's doing better too.
Oh, I'm so happy. When I first heard she was sick, I was like, oh no, I shouldn't have COVID. Right. So
it's like Pedrosa says, it's always easier to be a guest than a host. So I might be live tonight around 11 o'clock tonight with Cruzbet, but I haven't heard from him yet. So I'm not sure we're gonna do a live tonight. Otherwise, tomorrow night at 11 o'clock, I'll be live again. And also, I'll be live after the Raid Parade tomorrow afternoon around 3:30, 4 o'clock after the premiere. But I usually talk just about those premieres. I usually get somebody to come in and talk about their premiere, and then we could talk about some other stuff if we stay around.
I really wanted to talk to you and Jeremy. Hopefully Jeremy and Cheryl start listening to this. I really wanted to talk to you about it. I almost sent you guys all emails about it too, right? But anyway, so this guy that came into the channel yesterday, Bill, B Duff Travels, right? I had mentioned to him about giving a shout out to him or whatever, right? Yeah. He's this really incredible guy. He lives in Pennsylvania, out toward somewhere between here and Pittsburgh, right? Latrobe, if you ever heard of that. It's where they make Rolling Rock beer, right? Mm-hmm. And I think he lives in that area anyway, right? Really super shy, but really super nice. He used to work for a food bank out there, right? He just kind of gave it all up to pursue being a digital nomad, right? It takes tremendous courage to do something like that. So yeah, Bill is he's just this really super great guy with a heart of gold, and he's really trying hard to, join us all in this community. But, he's really nervous in front of the camera, stuff like that. I'm still nervous in front of the camera, although you'd never know when I come in your eyes. I just thought about right? But I swear to God, right? Like I tell people all the time, if you watch any video that I have produced and edited on my video, I swear to God, every single scene is take 157, because I cannot talk. And it's like, I'm talking until you hear, right? But when I want to produce a video, when I'm on a ship or on a port, in a port somewhere, this or whatever, I'm like, Hi everyone, welcome to the muster drill. And it's like I can't speak. I swear to God, English is my first language, but I cannot speak, right? It takes me a lot of time. And I tell Bill, I'm like, Bill, listen, everybody's nervous in front of the camera. Some people are better than others. You're gonna get it, but practice really does make perfect when it comes to something like this. And you really just need. My biggest problem is I know exactly what I want to talk about, exactly what I want to say, exactly how I want it to flow. But as soon as the camera goes on, I get a disconnect between my brain and my mouth, right? And I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And then I always like I drop the camera and I'm like, oh. And then like I have people around me or whatever, and they'll be like, keep it up, you'll get it. You'll get it. I'm like, yeah, I know I'll get it. Like after 157 takes, I'll be like, okay, I think that one will work. As I bring it in.
You got the invite for tomorrow. Coming tomorrow morning.
That's awesome.
Jeremy, so be ready tomorrow
That's
morning.
awesome. That's awesome. I'm so glad because I was so worried that he was not going to engage the community and that he was just going to be too nervous about it. Again, it's his business. He can do it all in his own time and stuff like that or whatever. But I'm just really hopeful that I sent him an email and I sent him all you guys' links. And I was like, please engage that community. Please get involved with that community. That community be a great community for you to get involved with and to stay with and everything else. And, and I'm just so glad that, he was doing it and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I swear to God, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let you go or do whatever it is you have to do. I'm going to turn it back to you and I'm just going to be quiet now.
Well, no worries. Really, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern. That's when we kick in the morning show. So make sure that you're there tomorrow. 9:15, 9:30, but come around. We should start around 9 o'clock in the morning. So he'll probably send you a StreamYard link, or he'll put it on the one of the chat. He'll have Cruising Fun Anytime, JNS, and Z. All of them will be running at the same time. One of them will have the StreamYard link. You just hit it, come in and hang out. Sherry's asking, are you in the Ray Parade chat? Pedrosa, I can ask her if you want. Okay, I think Pedrosa might be on the side of the stroll, but if he wants to come in on Friday, we could do so also. And I gotta edit mine for Saturday and send that in before it's too late. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss this week, and then I'll have to put it in for next week. So we'll see what happens. Well, Mr. Scott, it's been grateful. I'm very happy that you came in and chat with me. Looking forward to see you tomorrow morning with the morning with coffee and tea with Jeremy, Cheryl, and Z, and all of us will get there and we'll talk more IT, more stuff. What happened yesterday, what happened today, and what's going to happen tomorrow. So we'll get it all together. I thank everybody for coming in and hanging out with us. And you come back anytime you want. I don't care. I usually do this on Thursdays. And we call it the Nooner. Come in and hang out, and it's all appreciated. So, Pedrosa says, no, I'm in a Saturday stroll. I thought Friday was full. It's never full, John. You could be added to Friday. You could be added to Saturday. Doesn't really matter. So, come into to both if you want. So, no big deal. So until the next one that we'll see everybody, I want to thank everybody for coming in, stopping in, and hanging out with us. I appreciate again Scott for coming in. The Master Joe, check out his channel, please. Go check out his videos. Leave a like, leave a comment. Please subscribe if you haven't, and we'll live in a happily ever after thing. Until next time, everybody have a great day. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
See you all later. Good day.